Okay. Mm. All right. So I have something to say. I have something to say because people aren't fully understanding what this is or what is happening or what's going on. And I just feel the need to give a word of encouragement, a word of insight, um, a perspective, and a call to action. So, what is happening? It's dark. Right now, it's dark. It feels dark. It feels cloudy. It feels like turmoil and um, anger, eagerness for what's right. And what's happening is that the world was never meant to be peaches and cream. This world that we live in has operated under the guise that it's supposed to be this thing that it's not, and that it never was going to be and it never will be. First, let's start with that. First, start with understanding that you're not in a world where the sky will turn pink and bubblegum raindrops will fall from the sky and justice will be served, because it has never been that from the beginning. So to confuse the world that you live in with this fantasy is going to be step one in the wrong direction. Step one to confusion, to misunderstanding, to a lot of pain, a lot of hurt. What you have to do is realize that we're in a world where there is light and there's darkness. There is light and there's darkness, literally. In the same way that the earth operates from a scientifical, astronomical level, there's always going to be one end and the opposite end. What I want you to understand is that we're in a place where you have to choose if you're going to be dark or light. Please don't misunderstand what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the physical. I'm talking about who you are on the inside. You have to choose to be dark or light. And if you're trying to stand on the bayside or stand in the shadows, you're going to be swept in with the dark. There is no middle ground. So what is it that you need to do? You need to feel. What is it that you need to feel? You need to feel what you're feeling. What is it you are feeling? You've consumed a lot of information in a short period of time. You've been exposed to traumatic events, painful memories, painful current events, just unbelievable acts of injustice, of terror. Right now, I need you to understand that you are in a world where terror will always exist. And if you allow terror to hide in the shades or to maneuver under the bridge like the troll that it is, and you walk on top of the bridge believing that the world is full of light because the troll is hidden for now. The troll is always waiting for the moment to attack. Right now, the bridge is broken. The troll is attacking. And we're just operating in shock and surprise. It's okay. It's shocking. It's surprising. And it's only shocking and surprising because for a moment in time, we believed that the troll almost didn't exist. We knew it was there, we knew it was around, but we weren't alarmed by its active presence. It's only when it attacks that we take a step back and really come to terms with it being there. We can't let it sit under the bridge any longer. We can't let it stay at bay. We have to actively keep our foot on its neck. And it's not and I'm not saying that to be relevant. I'm not saying that to I'm not saying it for relativity. We can't let up. We have to stay persistent. We can't lay back in the sun without caution when things smooth over. That is how it always comes back around for another attack. And we can't get tired. What's happening right now, the way I see it, is these things continue happening. Evil continues to persist, and it wants us to be tired. It wants us to not want to deal with it and to take a seat back. And we can't. We have to continue on a journey of justice. But you have to feel. You have to feel whatever it is you're feeling. You may be inspired. You may have motivation for something. Don't just feel for pain, feel for purpose. You might have to feel the pain first. But don't forget to feel for purpose. What do you feel for purpose? Whatever you're feeling, you feel it for a reason. It has a purpose. Because you are specifically put here to do something. And you want to do something about it. And it might not mean for you to stand out in the crowds to protest. It might not mean that. For you, it might mean for you to go for it with the gifts that have been instilled in you for a reason. You have to know what the reason is. We might get caught up in our talents or in our motivations to do specific things, and we might forget the real reason behind it. The reason you have a gift or you have a purpose or you have a motivation to start or to finish something is because it has an impact on this world in a way that is important and needed. One thing I realized is that as many people have that have started businesses and as many black businesses that have risen up within my lifetime, as beautiful as it has been, I know for a fact there's more people that have been called to start a business, and you're probably scared, and that's okay. But you have to feel past the fear. Do it scared. Why? I thought about yesterday, and I was thinking about the fact that I needed something simple called sandwich paper. I signed up for this fashion illustration course from one of my favorite fashion illustrators, and nothing against him. I think he's Asian, and that's fine. That's perfect. Signed up for it. Can't wait to move forward with the class. But one of the things he said we needed was sandwich paper. Why? It's this transparent paper where you can trace templates or you can draw something out. You can fold it over and make corrections without having a mess of a paper, without having a mess of a drawing. And so when I had the feeling I'm like, man, I only want to buy from black businesses. And I start thinking like, where the heck am I going to get sandwich paper from a black business? It was in that moment I knew someone is meant to start that business. Whether that's groceries or a supply store, there's somebody out there. There's many people out there that are meant to start businesses that cater to every need that we have, and it can be black businesses. And the moment I realized there are so many things that if I can, I don't know about, but for right now, I can't get from black businesses. Whether it's a mattress, a bed frame, towels, hangers, curtain rods. We can come to a point where you won't have to go out of your way to get things like that from a black business. I believe that what we need to do as we fight against injustice is to continue to dive deep into purpose. Purpose. If you think about purpose, something is done for a purpose. So when something is done for a purpose, it's done for a reason. It has a purpose. So it means that there's a cause and there's an effect. You might not realize that your business existing specifically may aid on the fight of justice simply because the black dollar can be recycled in one additional way. Whether I need batteries, bobby pins, roof tiles, like anything, cable, Wi-Fi. We need us more now than ever, and we can't lay back. Your gifts and your purpose is no longer a dream or a fantasy or something you want to do because it looks golden. It's not golden for no reason. It shines because it has the ability to empower, shed light, and fulfill light in the people in us as people who need it. What do you need to do right now? You need to feel. You need to feel what you're feeling fully, and then you need to dissect it. dissect the feeling to its core. Feel past fear and understand that your feelings have a purpose. And right now, when your community needs you, it needs you to be you fully. Who are you? You may not know. And so, you won't know until you feel what you're feeling. That's all I can say. You have to dive into yourself internally. You have to go deeper. Go deeper. Go deeper beyond what you're seeing with your eyes. What do you see with your spirit? What do you feel in your heart, in your chest? What do you feel is calling you? Where do you feel led? What do you imagine happening? Dive into it because it's needed, it's purposeful, and it's helpful. It's not just a protest. It's not, people are testing because they felt something and they followed it. You feel something too. You have to follow it. That's how you help. Follow it. You might have your last $35 or $50 and you feel called to start that LLC. Start it. This is bigger than right now. It's bigger than just now. We have to come as a force. We have to be strategic, intentional, intelligent. Feel with a purpose. Feel past the pain, but feel the pain first.